Hi guys, how are you? If you're new to my channel, my name is Jordana, and if you're not, then thank you and welcome back. On today's video, I want to do a video that I've seen everywhere on YouTube, which is half of my face is gonna be real life and the other half is gonna be Instagram. I find this video to be amazing and funny because it's so weird to see people completely different on the same face. So you can see right here, this is super glam, and this is glam but natural. This is everyday look. So if you want to see how I created both of these looks, then just keep on watching. I'm gonna start with priming my skin. I always do the same thing when I'm priming my skin. I always prepare it the same way, even if I'm doing my everyday makeup or my Instagram makeup. And since my nail is broken, I'm gonna do my everyday makeup here because it's just, and then my Instagram makeup here where my hand is perfect and perky. So to prime, I'm gonna use first the Scandinavia Oil Control Primer Spray. Since I live in a really humid weather, I like to use this now every day. By the way, I pack it in a small spray bottle because it's just easier to put just in a makeup bag or if I'm traveling. It's an amazing primer to control oil and it's easy to use because it's just a spray. But I always go with a smoothing primer also. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Smoothing Primer. And I'm trying to finish this one because I have a couple of them and I just want to finish all of them before I buy new ones. So like always, I just pat it in my skin, mostly where I have huge pores, and then a little bit all over the rest of my face. This primer is super smoothing and I love the feeling of my face afterwards. If I touch it, it just feels velvety and soft. And almost every product I've tried from Makeup Forever turns out to be an amazing product. So first, my everyday makeup look, I'm gonna do it on this side, and that's a quicker makeup look. I always take my time while doing my makeup, so quick is just a saying. I like taking my time. It's just that sometimes I feel like doing it over the top, which is most days to be honest. But sometimes I just feel like meh, and I just want to do the bare minimum. So for foundation, I'm gonna use the RCMA palette. This is the one VK11, and I'm gonna use the first shade right here, and I think I'm gonna mix it with the second one. What I do is I just go with my finger, warm it up, and then, oh my god, this is not the Instagram side. This is the Instagram side. So I just melt it in my skin with my finger, and then I go in with a beauty blender. I prefer to use my fingers on my everyday makeup and my beauty blender always on my Instagram side. Because on this side, I sometimes do Nars Radiant Tinted Moisturizer or other things that I can just put on with my finger and that would be it. The reason why I love this foundation, not only for everyday but for Instagram or pictures or anything, it's just that RCMA creates this foundation that is almost skin-like. If I didn't have this side without foundation, you couldn't even tell that I had foundation on because it's a lot like skin. So just in case I have any lines, I go with my beauty blender and just tap it. And I like doing one step, so I like correcting my eyelids with that one. You guys love the way this looks on the other half of my face where I just have like a dot of foundation. Let me just blend that out. So after the foundation is blended, I go in with concealer. If there's one step that I won't quit doing, even if it's every day, no makeup day, whatever day, it's concealer. I can't live without concealer, and I always like medium to full coverage concealers or even fuller coverage concealers. If I don't use a foundation and I use a concealer, I want imperfections to be covered. I don't like my under eyes to look dull, and I don't like my spots showing, whether I'm doing real life or Instagram makeup. I want to look natural, but not that natural, if you know what I mean. So my two favorite are the Nars Radiant Creamy in Custard and the Tarte Shape Tape, which I have just in medium, so I have to use only on my spots or mix it up with the Nars Radiant Creamy. Okay, so now is where I know that this foundation looks super natural because I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I was trying to find out which side had the foundation. So that's when you know that a foundation is super natural, and this one you guys need it in your life if you're starting a freelance makeup kit. And what I do is I just blend it out with my beauty blender, and I take it down my nose because I have hormonal redness right here. To set my under eye, I will use the Laura Mercier Translucent with the Wayne Goss 02 brush, and I won't bake on an everyday basis, but I will do on the Instagram side. Since I'm oily, I will also try and put what's left in the brush all over my face so that my makeup won't move. Since the foundation I use is a cream product, I need to set it anyway because the humidity here is insane. And to warm up my face, I won't go in with contouring except for my nose. I always contour my nose. My cheeks and everything else, I just warm it up with a fluffy brush and a bronzer, top of the axis, and just go in with the number 3 because that will make me feel put together but not over the top, and I don't have to take a long time to do that, you know. And the product I'm using for that is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion in the color 20M. This is well loved. Like, you can see that I'm about to hit pan on it. For an everyday blush, I prefer a nude blush. Even if it's Instagram or real life, I prefer nude blushes. I love using my limited edition products when I'm not filming because I get so sad that I can't use it or show it on camera because you guys can't get it unless it's on Poshmark or something like that. So this is the Nars Silent Nude Blush, and this is from the Christopher Kane collection. This is a beautiful blush. My favorite from Nars is Madly, so you can use that one. But this one, it's just even nuder than Madly, and I just love it. It's just flattering and it's just beautiful and natural, you're gonna see. And I always use my Chio brush with it. And for highlight, I like looking super glowy because my eyes, you're gonna see, they're super simple. So this one is Lorac Twilight, and I chose it because of the movie. I know, I'm cheesy. And I like using my Nars brush for it. I think this brush was discontinued because I can't find it anywhere. If you guys know where to get it, just let me know in the comments below. And I love packing on the highlight because I like looking dewy and I like looking youthful and fresh and people to complement my skin since I don't wear that much eye makeup on the daily. So I will blend it not only on my cheekbones but on top of my brow like a C shape, and then also a smaller C shape connecting down my brow. And I will grab the same bronzer, which is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion and the E40 by Sigma, and just put that on my entire lid. And this will give my eye some depth without looking over the top, and it's super easy because it's already a fluffy brush. I always feel that I look sleepy when I don't do my eyes like huge cat eye. So I like grabbing a little bit of the highlight and putting it on my inner corner, and that will make me look awake. I will also use a lash curler and just curl my lashes. Since I'm never using falsies on an everyday, then I just want my lashes to look the best they can look. And then I will line my waterline. When you line a waterline, it will make your lashes look fuller. And for lashes, I'm wearing the Roller Lash by Benefit on the upper and lower lashes. And for mascara, I will usually let them dry and do a second coat. Since I'm not wearing that much eye makeup, I like my lashes to look fuller and better. And for my everyday brows, I just go in with powder. And this is Taupe by Anastasia. I don't even set them on an everyday basis. So for lips on my everyday side, I will either go with Buxom White Russian or with Makeup Forever 202 lip gloss. So that would be it for my daily makeup. Now let's go in with my Instagram makeup, which is sassier and sexy and just great for pictures and going out at night. So for my Instagram side, for my foundation, I'm gonna use the same palette, but I'm gonna use darker shade because I like to look more bronze for pictures. And I'm using the same 2 shades that I use because I'm not giving dimension right now. I'm gonna give it later. If your face is amazingly blended, whether it's Instagram or real life or whatever, you will look beautiful. Even if you don't do a deep eye makeup look or just a smoky eye, or no, you look beautiful even if you just put bronzer on your eyelid. Because foundation for me, foundation meaning foundation, concealer, bronzer, highlight, blush. The complexion, if you work the complexion and make it flawless, everything will look flawless on top. Like everything will look more expensive and just classier. Now I will grab this shade right here, which is a caramel shade, and mix it with a lighter one and just start giving dimension to my face. And on my under eyes, even though I'm gonna put concealer, I like putting a lighter shade to make it even brighter. And then I'll blend it with my beauty blender. After I do that, I like going in with my concealer, which is my Nars Custard. And if I had a lighter shade, I would probably use a lighter shade But since I put the white base of the RCMA foundation, you can see that it looks brighter than the other side for sure. So to set my concealer, I will bake with my Laura Mercier translucent and a wet sponge. So I will let the baking sit on top of my skin for about 5 minutes, and that will make my makeup last longer. It will blur my pores like nothing else. Basically, my makeup will last forever without moving and being slippery. Okay, so after I let it sit for about 5 minutes, I just dust it off and remove the excess. And then like I did on the other side, I will use the rest of the powder that's on the brush to set my face, because the weather here is super humid and I don't want my makeup to move. For bronzer, I will grab a huge brush. This is the Sigma F20. And I will use the same powder. It's the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion in 20M. And I'm just gonna make my skin really, really bronzy. Even more than on the everyday side, because my everyday side has lighter eyes, but this one is gonna go with a heavy eye look. So it will end up balancing the bronzer and blush and everything out. So you can see the difference from this side to this side. It looks sharper and cleaner. For blush, I'm gonna use a brighter blush. This is the Prism blush. It's a matte blush and it's from Lorac. And I will use my Achio brush. On this side, the blush is gonna do a sun-kissed look. So I'm bringing it all the way to here. And for highlight, I will use my Glowing Gardens in 002 Glowing Nude. Sephora has a new highlighter by Dior that's the same formula. Everyone that went to the Dior makeup launch said that this one and the new one that they have at the Sephora website, it's the same one, because this one was limited edition, but it's one of the most beautiful highlighters I've ever tried. So just try and get that one and it's gonna be amazing. It's the same formula. And I'm gonna use it with the same brush. This is way more intense than the Lorac highlight that you can see right here. And then to make it even brighter, I put a little bit of Fix Plus on it, and now I get the extra metallic look. After that, before I blind everyone, I go again with my Achio brush and just blend the blush with the highlight. And I also grab the highlight and put it right on my cupid's bow. I always contour my nose every day anyway, so I'm gonna use my Kevyn Aucoin light powder, and this is the one that I use to contour my nose because I find that the shade medium is too dark for me, and this has amazing pigmentation, and the light one is just unbelievable for nose contouring. So before I put any eyeshadow, since the eyeshadow look is gonna be heavier, I use my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eye Primer. The palette that I'll be using today for my Instagram side is gonna be the Natasha Denona Green Brown palette. This is an intense kind of palette, so to start, I like going back in with my 02 brush and setting my primer. So in this case, I always like warmer tones, so this one will be my transition shade, and I'm just putting that on my crease, back and forth in windshield wiper motions. And then I go in with Sandstorm, which is this one right here, and do the same thing to give more dimension, and blend it out with an E40 by Sigma. The color that I want to use for today is this one. They're both super pretty, so I'm gonna use them both. I never use this palette, so why not just use it when it was so expensive. And I'm gonna grab Sienna first and pack it on my lid. And then on the center, I'm gonna go in with Golden Flesh, and that will give even more light and make the eye look even bigger. For the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this one right here, and I'm gonna just highlight the inner corner of my eye. And to make that even brighter, I'm gonna wet my brush with my Fix Plus. Now, using Terracotta and Arizona, I'm gonna just mix those two together, and I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line. And I always remove the fallout with my 02 brush by Wayne Goss. So now I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Eye Studio. This black liner is just everything. This is in the color Black is Black. I clean the excess in the back of my hand and warm up the product. I also like to line my upper and lower waterline with this eyeliner because it won't budge. So for my wing liner, and then I like to take it to the end of my eye. And when that's super black and the way I want it, I start doing the wing. So I go from the corner of my eye up to the brow, and then from the end of that line, I take it back to the line that we did first, and then I just fill it in. So after my wing is super sharp, I like going in with mascara before I go in with lashes. So the mascara that I'm gonna use is gonna be the same one that I used before, which is the Benefit Roller Lash. So for my brows, like I said before, I do basically the same thing. I just like to make them a little bit thicker. So that's what I did. I just used the color Ebony, the darker part, to make them thicker on the tail of the brow. And what I also do is I grab a cream eyeshadow and a detail brush and I clean my brow. The eyeshadow I'm using is the eyeshadow Flamingo from the same palette, and then blend the edges with the E25. For lashes, I'm gonna use these ones. These are super full and they're foaming lashes by Eyelure, and I love them. I've been obsessed with them. Oh, but before I do that, I like setting my brows with the Anastasia brow gel. If there's anything resembling glue on top of it, I wanna hide it. So that's why I go back with the gel liner and cover that up. So before finishing the lips, a step that I like to do in both sides to buff everything, because this makes every part of my makeup melt together. It's like a Fix Plus made powder. So what I do is I just buff everything. And now we finish with the lips. So for the lips, I like using the Aqua Lip Liners by Makeup Forever. And what I do is I like to outline my lips and make them look a little bit bigger. And then I like to fill them in with the same lip liner. So after that's done, I like to go in with a nude lipstick. This is Kim KW from Charlotte Tilbury. I like to go in with a gloss on top, which is also White Russian, the same one that we use on this side. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I can't stop looking at myself because I feel so weird having two sides completely different from one another. I gotta say, I'm loving my everyday makeup look too, but I'm always obsessed with the glam face. So let me know in the comments below, which one do you prefer? If you're lazy and prefer this side, or if you're more like me and prefer to do full glam every day. I would love to know, and I would love to know what videos you want to see next in my channel. I think this was definitely a challenge because I've never done half of my face before, so putting the lipstick and everything, you feel just weird, like unfinished business. Everything looks definitely bigger on this side. Like my eyes look extra popping, my face looks super sharp in comparison to this side, and my lips are a joke right now. If you can see, this one looks way bigger. The upper lip looks insane, so it's just crazy to see the difference. Also the highlight, you can see the highlight right here. It's just blinding and popping. And on this one, I thought I put too much and it's still subtle in comparison to this side. So yeah, guys, I enjoyed doing this video for you. So if you want to see more of my videos, this is gonna be now a Just English channel. So I'm gonna link my Spanish channel down below. And also I'm gonna link every product that I use on these videos. So you can just click on the links and find the products from whenever I got them. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media and my Snapchat. They're gonna be somewhere right here. And don't forget to hit the little bell so that you can get notifications for every time I post a video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you soon, guys. Bye. Ciao.
And what I also do is I grab a detail. What I also do, motherfucking dog.